It's one of the worst nights that have been known to humankind. That was one night for me that till today will chills. It was late. The clock struck after midnight. I had closed a long day at work, hopped onto my motorcycle and headed back home. The road was deserted, no lights, no people, only me, my motorcycle, and darkness. You know that kind of silence where even your own breath sounds too loud. Yeah, it was like that. When I was half my distance from my house there, I saw that old super colossal banyan tree everyone in the village had talked of. They claim it is possessed. Others could witness some mysterious manifestation closer to the said tree. I used to laugh at the others. This night, nothing to laugh. The nearer I was to the tree, the sadder I was getting. The cold air hit me, chilled my body, and weighted me like oppression had squashed life out of my body. This I assumed as but one of the night's pranks. It was not, however. Swear to God, I felt like someone was standing right behind me. You know that feeling that tells you that certainly somebody is looking at you. So I couldn't help but turn around. Nothing there, of course. Only the deserted highway. I giggled nervously, trying to remove the shivers from my back, and drove faster. And then I heard it. Laughter. Soft, eerie, and coming from right behind me. My heart nearly stopped. I turned around again. Nothing. Now my hands shook even more, but I kept riding and tried to convince myself this was all in my head. A few minutes later I saw her. She was standing by the side of the road, all wrapped up in a white sari with her hair covering most of her face. She raised her hand, motioning me to stop. My mind screamed, "Don't stop. Just go." But my body didn't listen. My bike slowed down, and before I knew it, I was standing in front of her. It was soft, a whisper. "Can you take me to the village ahead?" I nodded. I don't know why I couldn't say no. But then she took one step closer. Something was not right. Her feet. She wasn't touching the ground. Her face. It started blurring, in her eyes. Oh God, her eyes had become black. Fully black. I froze. My throat just went dry for a split second. Nothing moved. But somehow all of a sudden I jerked out of it. And I hit that throttle as hard as I can and took off. Her scream followed me across the silence, and that laugh. I would never forget it. I went home dripping with sweat and shaking like a leaf. Then I fell ill for days. I narrated what had transpired to the villagers. They just nodded. "The banyan tree," they said. "You're lucky to have come back." Up to this day I do not use that road again at night. And every time I pass that tree, even in broad daylight, I think it is staring at me.